Hello, YouTube. This is Dr. Ronald W. Satz, founder and chair of the International Society of Unified Science and president of TransPower Corporation, a commercial and custom software manufacturing and certified systems engineering company. We have many commercial software packages, and we also write many custom programs. I work as a theoretical physicist as well as a systems engineer. And today I'm going to talk about the reciprocal system and so-called big history. This is in response to a TED Talk given by Professor David Christian. You can see the link in the article I wrote back in January 30th, 2013. I will be annotating this as I do with all my YouTube videos. Professor Christian is a fine professor and speaker. We have his big history course from the teaching company. Before giving a critique based on the principles of the reciprocal system, let's recognize that he and other such deep historians are making an excellent effort at attempting to integrate scientific knowledge from many different disciplines. Quite naturally, they rely on mainstream conventional science, and that's where the problems begin. So here we go. Number one. In our view, there was no Big Bang. The notion that all the matter and energy in the universe are concentrated into an infinitesimal dot at the beginning is quite absurd. I mean, obviously this violates every known physical law and principle. However, Professor David Christian does say, rather parenthetically, that the universe begins with the creation of space and time, and we certainly agree with him there. That is, our space-time universe came as a result, possibly, of some non-space-time units converting themselves to space-time units. Of course, that's speculation, but that's the best hypothesis we have at this point. Now, number two. The next threshold is star formation. Notice that the big historians use the term threshold for the major transformations that occur. Of course, Professor Christian says that stellar energy generation comes from the fusion of hydrogen, whereas we, the supporters of the reciprocal system, say that it comes from the fission of heavy elements in the core. There is, after all, gravitational segregation in all stars, unbeknownst to our opponents in theoretical physics. So the heavy elements are in the core and they fission. He then follows the conventional line and says that the heavy elements are formed from supernova explosions. This we do not agree with. Heavy elements are formed all the time from lighter elements by the process of neutrino capture. By gravitational segregation, they settle eventually in the center of stars, and that's where fission begins, the real source of stellar energy. Number three, he goes on to discuss life, which is, of course, another threshold, and said that this involves an increasing complexity. He states the first two laws of thermodynamics and then says that non-uniform energy flows are the cause of complexity. Actually, according to the reciprocal system, entropy overall in the universe does not increase or decrease. The universe is cyclic and there is no heat death. So my group rejects the Big Bang and we reject the supposed heat death at the end of the universe. So our opponents think very linearly, whereas my group, the International Society of Unified Science, believes that the universe, the physical universe, is cyclical. Also in the reciprocal system, life forms from a combination of material and cosmic inverse atoms, with the cosmic atoms in control. Conventional biology does not explain the demarcation between life and non-life, because the conventional biologists only know of material atoms. So again here, the reciprocal system understands the situation much better than the biologists or the physicists or the chemists do. And now we get to number four. After biology discusses the evolution of man, stating that man's difference from other animals is in, quote, collective learning. This is true, but it's an aspect of our ability to reason. Furthermore, he does not discuss the ethical differences between men and animals. We are supposed to follow the golden rule, whereas animals cannot and certainly do not. And the reason for this demarcation is that a rational, ethical man has a component from the non-physical realm or the non-space-time realm. It's like a metaphysical control unit or ethical control unit or, quote, soul. That's what separates rational, ethical men from primitive, non-ethical men. So, in sum, we're in favor of big history, but we wish the historians would incorporate the principles of the reciprocal system rather than just rehashing the conventional, rather illogical views of, quote, modern physics. Let's hope for the future. To find out more about the reciprocal system of theory, obtain my book, The Unmysterious Universe. This is the simplest way to understand the system. It's only $9.50 from Amazon.com or TranspowerCorp.com. Once you've finished with that book, you can get my work, Existence and Interactions, a computational treatise of the reciprocal system, the true theory of everything. This is thousands of pages long with thousands of equations, so it's more for scientists, engineers, and professors. And then when you're finished with that, you can get the computer software database in 2 modules, the Reciprocal System Microcosmos database and the Reciprocal System Macrocosmos database. So these will allow you to actually apply the reciprocal system to your daily problems in science or engineering. And of course, you can always go to my theoretical physics blog site, www.reciprocalsystem.guru. Thanks for your attention.